Hey, good morning, YouTube. This is John with Space City EC, coming to you with a little comparison, I guess. Wanted to compare these to the Deluxe Tinker and the Explorer model. Now, I just recently got the Explorer about 3 weeks ago. I've had the Deluxe Tinker for a little while. The reason I wanted to go into these was they're both 4-layer knives. They're both about the same weight. The Deluxe Tinker a little bit heavier at 4.3 ounces. The Explorer weighs 3.6, which is not that big a difference, but size-wise they're pretty similar. And they're both 91 millimeters, and they're both around the same price range. This one is $65. I believe, and the Deluxe Tinker on the website is $68. Just take a look at them a little bit and tell you what my thoughts are on them and how I think they fit in people's everyday carry. But we'll go through the tool set real quick on each one. We'll go through the Explorer first. They both have a main blade and a pin blade on one side, both the same size. Blade's about 2.5 inches for the main blade. The pin blade is about 1.5 inches working edge. They both are going to have a cap lifter, large Phillips and wire stripper, small flat tip, and a can opener on the other side. They both are going to have the scissors, which the scissors are great. If you know anything about the Victorinox scissors, they're probably in this size range about the best, I think, for a pocket knife. They're both going to have a toothpick, and they're both going to have tweezers. They're both going to have a key ring. Now on the back, they start to differ a little bit. The Explorer is going to have a corkscrew. It has the partial hook, and it has the awl. But where they come into difference is the Explorer has this inline Phillips, which is great. It has a 90-degree detent. Now, none of these are locking. They all are slip joint, but so we'll say they snap into place. But it has this great full 3D Phillips, and it has this magnifying glass, which I find really useful, the magnifying glass. And that's the basic tool set on that one. The tool set on the Deluxe Tinker is pretty much the same. You have your main blade, 2.5 inches. You're going to have your pin blade, which is 1.5 inches. You're going to have a can opener with a small flat tip, 3 millimeter. You're going to have the large flat tip with a bottle cap lifter and a wire stripper. Has a 90-degree detent on it. It also is going to have the scissors, which are great. On the back, it differs a little bit. On the back, you don't have the corkscrew. You have a full 3D Phillips, which is not in line, but it's very useful, you know, for just getting something real quick. You're going to also have a partial hook, and you're going to have the awl, toothpick, and the tweezers, just like the Explorer, key ring. And where this one differs is the Deluxe Tinker has the pliers, which, no, they're not heavy-duty pliers, and a lot of people say, well, they're not useful, but I find them useful. I mean, you could carry something like this here, Leatherman PS4, which has pliers in it, and some other tools, but, this is a very, very nice tool, too. I'm not going to go through all the tools on this one. That's for another video, but, it has a little pocket knife, and it has some other useful tools on it. It has some scissors, which are not, to me, they're not as good as the Victorinox. It has this nice file, though, which is very useful. I like the file on it. But these are no longer sold, so if you find one of these now, unless you get lucky and find a distributor that has some excess, you're going to have to buy it on the used market. So we'll set this over here for now. But for Smallville tasks, these pliers are real useful. I find them. As a mechanic, I'm always somehow, even when I'm not at work, I'm always getting into something at home or whatever. But that's the tool set on these. Now, it's a hard choice for me because I find the eyeglass very useful. I find the little pliers very useful. I find the inline Phillips very useful, but I also find I can use this Phillips on the back of this just as much. So the rest of the tool set is pretty common, and they're all good tools too. Now, I carry the Super Tinker, not the Super Tinker. I carry the Swiss Champ at work, and the main reason I do carry it because I carry it on my belt, and it has all the tools in it that these have, but it's a little heavier, a little bulkier. You can carry it in your fifth pocket, or you can drop it in your pocket. I find it a bit too bulky to carry in my pocket. I do sometimes carry it in my fifth pocket because it sits up higher. But, so you say, well, why not just carry this? Well, I just gave you the reasons that I don't. If you're just hopping out of the house or you're just messing around and you don't feel like carrying all that weight on you or having anything on your belt, I find this a bit bulky, but I like it. That's why I carry it at work. Like I said, it has all the tools that these two have on it, plus everything else, and plus a few extra. It has a nice, it's got this fish hook on there, which kind of has a serrated blade on it. It has a saw, it has a file, if I can get it out. Oh, there it is. Let me see, trying to get the file out. It has this real nice file on it, which these are all great tools. I mean, to me, the Swiss Champ is everything you would ever need, and then some. So I'm usually, if I have this with me, I can tinker with just about anything around the house or any little project. But if I don't want something that's heavy to carry, then I'll go down to one of these, a 4-layer knife, or even a smaller, I carried the Super Tinker for years, which has everything this one has in it, except it doesn't have the pliers. So, I guess what your question is would have to be, would be what you find more useful if you want something a little bit more compact than, say, this. What tools are useful to you, and that's something everybody has to decide, So there's so many models of Victorinox that you can choose from, and they're all great, in my opinion. I think Victorinox does a great job. I've always been pleased with any product I've got from them so far. It's just deciding which ones you want, So I just wanted to put that out there and maybe get some of the other people's opinions on what they like and which ones they like. Like I said, you could go with something like this, which is a lot more compact. Fits in your fifth pocket really well. However, like I said, they don't make these anymore. They still make the Gerber dime, which is real similar to this. It's still available brand new. But if I just want to carry one or two items with me, I'm going to pick up something like this probably. And I always carry I have a little Midnight Manager I carry, which to me, when you have that and one of those other ones, if I can get it out, there we go. You know, the Midnight Manager has a couple of items. It has a flashlight. It has a pen. So, you know, and of course it has it's a Rambler basically, with a few extra items. It doesn't have the toothpick, and it doesn't have the tweezers, but you know, if you're carrying another Victorinox, you don't want to need them. But anyway, this is, you know, I always have this with me, always carry it with me. And I'll pair it up with one of these, because this has a pen and the tweezers and the toothpick. So, you know, you're almost getting this with this and one of these. Bar a couple things, like you're not going to get the file, you're not going to get the saw, you're not going to get the fish scaler, you know, but, so yeah, I just wanted to put that out there and kind of compare the two, see what everybody thinks, you know. Like I said, the Deluxe Tinker, a little bit heavier, about an ounce or so heavier than your Explorer. The main differences is right here. You know, the Explorer's got that inline Phillips, and the Deluxe Tinker has the same tool set basically, except, you know, you have the pliers. So that's it. Just want to see what you guys think. Get a look at both of these Victorinox in the same weight category, in the same size category. Maybe see what you like, what you don't like, if you use them, if you don't use them, or maybe you have a different one that you prefer. I always like to start a discussion on stuff like that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope maybe you might learn a little something. Like I said, this one sells for $65, and this one's $68 currently on the website. So price is about the same. Everything's pretty much the same, except for you get a little bit different tool set. You know, me, I like both these items. I like this. You know, so some days I have to decide what I'm going to be doing, and then if I'm not sure, or like I said at work, where I know that I might be using anything all the time, I'm always using my magnifying glass at work. I do carry a multi-tool with me, so I normally don't need pliers, but every once in a while you just need a little something. I find this more useful at home, where I'm tinkering with stuff, you know, around the house, and I don't really need a full set of pliers. I just need a little something to grab something with. I find these pliers real useful for that. Like I said, they're light duty, much similar to your pliers on your Leatherman here, or your Gerber dime. But yeah, so let's talk about it. You guys tell me what you think. What you think about the tools, what you prefer, what you find more useful, what you don't find more useful. Hope you guys have a great day. This is John again with Space City EC. If you like this kind of content, you know, please like and subscribe. I'll come out with these about once a week or so. And I've been running a Sack Saturday, where I try to show a different Swiss Army knife every Saturday and go through that too. So you guys look for that, and I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. You guys have a great day, great week, and I'll talk to you